people use a computer almost every day. Young, old, black, white, rich, poor, male, female. Computer access is something that nearly everyone can relate to, whether it is for work, school, play and leisure activities, household necessities such as paying bills or shopping, or a medium through which we socialize and stay connected with others. Computer access can be a vital aspect of how we live our lives. But for some, this access is denied because of an inability to move a switch or press a button. Many computers rely upon the use of a mouse to access different programs on the computer, and the requirements for using a standard mouse are significant. One must be able to bend at the elbow and lift at the shoulder. Turn the forearm so the palm of the hand is face down. Elevate the wrist and grip the mouse using the thumb and little finger. Repetitive motions, bending and straightening the elbow, moving the wrist side to side and in circular motions, and clicking buttons repeatedly with the index finger, then need to occur in order to operate the mouse. These arm positions and upper extremity movements may be difficult or impossible for a person with a disability. But it can also be problematic for individuals whose ability to participate in computer tasks diminishes as fatigue sets in, or for individuals who experience chronic pain in the elbow, wrist, or hand. The human body is not designed to sustain this kind of prolonged activity. Alternative input devices can help an individual to overcome a computer access obstacle by providing an alternative means to operate a computer. For some, a specialized joystick is a simple alternative to a standard mouse. It can be easy to obtain the device from a variety of places. A joystick is easy to procure from a variety of vendors. The cost can range from about $100 to several $100s. An example of a few vendors which offer online sales include AbleNet, EnableMart, and InfoGrip. A joystick is typically targeted to a user with a physical limitation or disability. A joystick is easy to grasp, often comes with changeable handles to meet one's individual needs, and can be mounted onto a variety of surfaces. It is a good choice for one who experiences a lot of spasms or tremors, but it is also suitable for individuals with poor maneuverability or hand-eye coordination, joint contractures or reduced range of motion, carpal tunnel syndrome, weak grip strength, below elbow amputations, certain types of paralysis, arthritis, cerebral palsy, and more. Joysticks are simple and effective, and they are easy to use as a control method. A joystick is suitable for both children and adults, and it works well for individuals who spend a significant period of time at a computer. Further, it can also be used by anyone. It is not necessary to switch out the joystick for a standard mouse when a computer is to be used by another person. While it is intended to meet the needs of an individual with a physical limitation, anyone can use it. The handle of the joystick can be easily replaced with a grip that is easiest for the user to operate. This may be a horizontal bar attached to the vertical joystick, a small, soft, round ball, or even a curved palm grip, depending on the nature of the disability. For example, a ball may be easier for someone who is able to open and close their hand, but has poor grip strength, whereas a straight joystick may be more practical for someone who has limited hand or finger mobility, since they can more easily push against the stick without needing to grip it. A joystick functions just like a standard mouse. It requires only a light touch, which, when combined with the function buttons, it can easily navigate the computer and select or manipulate items on the screen. Because minimal hand movement is required, it reduces wrist and elbow fatigue, requires significantly less effort, and is less tiring. The design of the joystick allows users to operate it with either hand and does not necessitate placing the wrist at odd angles. It allows users to maintain a more relaxed position and places less strain on one's joints because the nimble maneuvering occurs within the joystick, not the wrist of the user. The skills needed to learn how to use a joystick mouse are relatively consistent between models. And for users of power wheelchairs, learning how to use a joystick mouse is often very easy, since it is similar in nature to the wheelchair joystick. Maneuvering the joystick can be easily generalized to computer usage. On most joystick models, the handle will unscrew, so the straight joystick can be replaced with a T-bar or ball handle, for example. Once the joystick mouse is plugged into a USB port, it starts acting like any other mouse, and it is ready to use. Moving the cursor on the screen is as easy as moving the joystick handle up, down, left, or right. The buttons on a joystick mouse include a single button for each of the following standard mouse features: left click, right click, double click, and click and hold. There is also a button that allows the user to adjust the speed through 3 or 4 different preset speeds, depending on the specific model. Most users find learning how to use a joystick mouse to be fairly intuitive. Some users benefit from models that have color-coded buttons and having visual aids easily accessible to identify the purpose of each button. As with any form of technology, there may be some drawbacks. A joystick mouse could be expensive for some, and it is not typically covered by insurance. As with any new device, there may be some time or practice needed in order to become comfortable using it. If repairs are required, it may be necessary to return it to the manufacturer. However, for most, the pros far outweigh the cons. Nearly anyone can use it. It is not necessary to change to a different mouse for a different member of the family. It can be easily plugged in to a USB port and it is ready to use. A joystick mouse has a large base for increased stability. It can also be mounted for comfortable access. There are different handles available for optimal comfort and accessibility by the user. There are color-coded buttons to make for the identification of the function of each button easier to remember. In summary, a joystick mouse can allow for greater computer access for a wide variety of individuals.